Should women be drafted?
For war?
That's too tough for me to answer.
Sure, I'll fight for this country. Yeah. I believed in it. I think so. I think it might put a stop to it, maybe. Personally,
It is.
I mean, do I want to be drafted?
Drafted. Not the last one. Not for me. No from you.
The first girl was like drafted to like war? Nah, drafted to the NBA. And to be honest, this is the reason why most women didn't want the right to vote, because it meant you had to be ready for the draft. I didn't see a single feminist in the Ukraine. Everybody want equality till it's time to go to war.
Could you handle all three of us at once?
Maybe not. I'm kind of new to this, but
New to what?
I never done a threesome though. I'm being real.
You want to find out? It's a foursome.
I don't know.
You're saying no to us?
I'm not saying no, but I'm saying maybe.
We need a yeah. Should he have a foursome?
He could, I wouldn't.
Damn, why?
See the OnlyFans shirt, you're like average at best.
Please look at yourself before you come at me sideways. Make sure you're better looking and make sure you make more money than me.
Well, I'd like to see what you look like underneath all that makeup. Let's do the wet wipe challenge.
Let's do it. At the end of the day, you're out in Wynwood and we're making money. And you're out just getting plastered.
I mean, I'm pretty sober, I don't know about you.
Gotcha, bitch. These OnlyFans girls are getting out of control. I'm seeing this more often. They're doing TikTok interviews to promote themselves and to get simps to buy their content.
You look so pink. Sure. Guess who I am? Watch. Peppa Pig.
Hung, 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 hung. What's that?
Do you have a female officer present while you're patting her down?
Nope. How do you know that I don't identify as a female? You good? Yep.
Fucking smart ass.
He cold.
I don't hang out with ugly people. I just don't. Like, if you can't dress, if your hair's always a mess, if you're just not attractive, sorry. Like, we can't be in a clique together because I'm not the most gorgeous person, but when we walk into the club or something,
stuff like that.
Why?
I'm not the most gorgeous person. Like, don't.
I mean, I'm not a freaking 10. You think I'm a 10?
Yes, you don't think you a 10? Oh my gosh, girl, you have to always think you a 10. How you gonna say you don't think you a 10, but you don't hang out with ugly people?
You can't be a 2 or 3.
What are you to you? If you're not a 10, you might as well be a 2 or 3.
8.
7 is a 2 or 3. If you don't say you a 10, you might as well be a 1 because now you just playing games.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Unpopular opinion, but everybody can't be attractive. And I remember a time where unattractive women knew they were unattractive, so they had good personalities to make up for it. You can't be ugly on the inside and on the outside. You gotta pick one.
And said something along the lines of, how do you feel about being a stay-at-home mom? And she was like, well, it's a job because a mom is doing the job of a nanny. And I was like, bitch, what did you just say to me? I had to watch it like 3 separate times. This woman was dying on the hill that being a mother is a job because a mother would be doing the job a nanny does.
So tell me you're rich without telling me you're rich.
A nanny does the job of a mother.
Right. But when you're very wealthy,
right,
you don't raise your kids, a nanny does it.
Right.
God, I fucking hate humanity so much. All right, Jesus, it's time.
Right. But
we're ready for you, bro.
And I was in one of his clubs on July 5th.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Listening to that just made me dumber. You getting married to the man and you got his name tattooed, but you can't even tell us his name? I don't know what's worse, how dumb she sounds or the fact that nobody in the room told her how dumb she sounds.
How many people do you think I've slept with?
I don't know, I see that crosshair necklace, so I'm gonna say about 26.
Well, then do you want to make it 27?
I'm good.
So I come in this morning and we're informed there's going to be a protest to defund the police. Well, that's fine. I like protests. Except for they requested a police presence, for their safety at the defund police event. I shit you not.
Like, when you walk out and all of your friends that you went to high school with, they're married and they work for Dell and they have a 401k and they have stock options, and your mom's driving you to NA meetings and you're 26 or you're 30 or you're 34 and you've never once had any idea about what to do on this spinning rock.
Bro, this is crazy. This is fucking crazy, dude.
That was me. That was me, bro.
Oh my
all the way up until probably 29 years old.
Jeez.
Here's what I will say to people watching this that have no clue. that have no clue what they want to do, how they want to do it. Because I was there. I was just there. It was a store. I was just there. I was just at it. Let me give you something. I started trying things. I knew I had something, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't know I wanted to be a YouTuber. I didn't have the luxury of knowing what it was. But I knew I had something. And let me tell you this. If you've made it through addiction or mental illness, you have something. Because a lot of people don't. If you are still kicking today, battling those demons, you have something, because a lot of people didn't wake up today because they couldn't make it. They couldn't cut it, and you fucking did. So you have something, but you might not know what it is.
He's absolutely right. This is my bronze medal from the 2019 Pan American Games. Literally 3 weeks after winning that medal and 2 weeks after signing my first professional contract, I had a career-ending injury. I herniated a disc in my lower back, and it was so bad I could barely walk. My now wife, but at the time she was my fiance, had to push me in a wheelchair in the airport. I had been training almost every day, rain, sleet, or snow, for almost a decade, and right when I thought it was going to start paying off, I had it all taken away from me. Do you know how much it hurts to have to start all the way from scratch, from being the guy in your city that made it out and became a professional athlete to living back with your parents? And just because you stopped don't mean them bills stop. So as soon as I was able to walk, I was delivering mail for USPS in 9-degree weather for 10 hours a day. During this 10-month dark age of my life, even though I was working 10 hours a day, I was still working out, and I decided that I was going to post one YouTube video every single day. I had been making YouTube videos for 8 months straight, every single day, getting 25 views, 35 views before I got my first video that did 1,000 views. Now, thanks to all of y'all, I have an amazing platform, and honestly, it's unreal. I guess the moral of the story is never stop learning new skills. You have to consistently practice to take advantage of the opportunities when they present themselves, and slow motion is better than no motion.
This girl's pretending to clean up trash on the beach for social media content. First, her friend filmed her grabbing a rubbish bag. Then she did a performance of struggling to carry bags in the wind. After she celebrated her good work with a dance. She just left the trash back there and left. Social media works both ways, girl.
The standard for being an activist has gone to hell. Back in the day, to be an activist, you had to actually make sacrifices. You had to go to jail. The prerequisite for a good activist was you had to at least go to jail for what you cared for. Now all you gotta do is put BLM in your bio. I guess some people would rather be seen as a good person than to actually be a good person. Look at this next influencer.
Got him.
She'll sit on my car.
Hi. Why are you running?
I got broken up with because I posted this video on my story. Okay, broken up with is dramatic, as I was only talking to him for 3 weeks and we went on one date. But after I posted that story, he was so annoyed with me. He basically told me that he doesn't do guy best friends with the girls that he's speaking to, and if he's pursuing someone, he just doesn't really respect the fact that I have a male in my life that I love real bad. Now, some of you may be as confused as me because this is literally my best friend of 6 years. He's like my brother at this point, and I would never even look at him a certain way. But this guy was serious, and he was not letting up on this boundary that he had placed, so the only thing I could do was respect it. I explained to him what the situation was, that it was not like that, but he wasn't hearing it, so he cut me off. So now I'm just sitting here like, damn, was it really that deep?
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
I respect that. He has standards, and when he's seen that she valued her friendship more than their relationship, he left. If she wants to be with him, let her be with him. I'm 28, and most guys, especially at this age, aren't going to tolerate their girlfriend going to concerts with her guy best friend.
She literally getting her fucking... But literally getting dug out. Raw.
Look at this shit, bro. I wasn't getting no motion for real. All this shit 55, 123, 175, 27, 12, 16, 31. And then boom, boom, we get 38K, 5.1K, 5.3K, 1.7K, 10K. Come on, man.
That's a W. That's E1. That's E1. That's a W.
My nigga. I don't know who need to hear this, but keep setting goals and keep grinding. Slow motion better than no motion.
Getting up early, going to bed early, eating the right shit.
Can you say mama, mama? Can you say mama's name?
Dada. Dada.
Emotional damage.
Hell, give him a chance. Give him a chance. Oh, give him a chance. Give him a
The biggest study ever on the pay gap, I think it was done by Harvard, basically looked at Uber drivers in America. The big reason it was the biggest because it had so much data. Uber obviously has so much data, and men and women both drive Ubers in America. They looked at the paying and they were like, well, women are getting paid less at Uber. So how does that make sense? Because it's obviously all automated. What a great way of studying male and female behavior to work out what is in this gap. And there's three things in the gap. The first was men drove at different times of night. So men would do the graveyard shifts, early mornings where you're getting paid more. They would want to do that. Women less so. The second was that men were more likely to stick with the platform for longer. So they had more experiences and they benefited from that experience. Makes sense of any job. And the third reason, which is 50% of the gap, was that men just drive faster. Just drive a little faster, guys, and then you'll close that gap. That's Uber. So funny. That just shows it wasn't discrimination that's causing the pay gap in Uber. It was just
heavy right foot.
Different types of behavior. And I guess we can have a discussion of what shapes that behavior, but we need to start that conversation with it's not discrimination, at least in Uber, different types of behavior.
So basically, the more hours you work, the more experienced you are, and the more productive you are, the more you get paid. Who would have ever thought?
Okay. I wanted to make my own.
Oh, Shanice. You better go somewhere and beat your meat.
See that shit? Go ahead, sit down.
Don't scare me.
Oh, shit.
What just happened?
Oh my god. I did not mean to put my face there. I'm so sorry. You don't go back. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir. Hey, baby, can you make me a sandwich?
No, I can't. And I won't be cooking no food until you put a ring on this hand.
Damn, bitch, I can't get a fucking meal?
Hell no. My daddy said you should never be cooking for a man unless he finna marry you.
Okay then, you fucking idiot. Tell me something then.
If a cooking motherfucker is recognized as a wife and your ass ain't fucking cooking and a ring is how I recognize what you've been doing, bitch, why would I give you a fucking ring if you ain't doing the wifely shit? Cause when you put a ring on it, I'ma start doing it that day. So you're asking me to fucking bet that a bitch that ain't done nothing our whole relationship, cooked, cleaned, fucking shit, it nothing for years, is just gonna start doing this shit magically on the day I give her a fucking ring? Yes. Yes, because that's how it goes.
They call her the cat lady.
Maggie, post for a picture real quick. Okay.
Let me see.
Oh. Do you think your partner should be able to have a say in your outfit if you're going out with friends?
No. No. If you can't deal with a baddie, then don't date a baddie.
Got it.
No.
All right.
No.
The guy I like just won't care. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
Okay.
No. Fuck Sean? No.
No.
Well, Auntie,
yeah. No, I don't think so. What's the point of that? If you're in a relationship, I don't think you should wear like shorts, like way up there. No, I feel like I should because.
I agree with Auntie.
Nope.
I kind of agree with her.
Friends. Yes. Okay. Base.
Feminism got these women's priorities all messed up. Feminism tells these girls that you can sleep with any man you want, but if that man tells you to put on a turtleneck, that's where you should draw the line. By the way, the tucked in turtleneck with the glasses combo is undefeated.
If I'm lying, I'm dying.
I looked at your bank account.
Yeah.
You have this much. Not 5,000. $5. In the savings account. So where does your income come from now?
Now it comes from child support.
Child support?
Yes.
Okay. And how much is that per month?
It's 25,000.
25,000. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. And how much does it cost just to live for you on a given month?
With this house, it costs a lot. Probably like 15,000.
15,000 just to keep the lights on?
Yeah, but I'm selling my house now.
This house?
Yes.
Okay. Why now?
You know, it's very big for me, and it's a lot of maintenance.
That kid next to you look at least 16, so you better start saving that child support money, because when that kid turns 18, you're going to be 45 with no applicable skills.
I asked a young lady this, and she was like, had to be $1 million. And I'm like, fuck. How much money do you think you've touched in your lifetime?
My first month, I mean, I feel like, if I remember correctly, it was like 30 grand. 50 grand, something like that. That was a long time ago. It's not the same, I'll tell you that. On OnlyFans alone, I've made over $250,000 in like 3 years, 4 years maybe. And like, I had to really be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what do you have to show for that? You don't own a house. Like, I had a car, but I can't even get into a new one. I can't even afford to get into a new one right now. It's like, what the fuck was I doing?
They call themselves experts and business owners and everything else. You're online strippers. When OnlyFans stops, Subway will be hiring.
Hot girl status, BDE. Wait, did you want to see the back too? Yeah.
They shake their ass. Why they didn't let bro finish his sentence? If she worked hard for it, she can show it off. I respect the hustle.
Hey, take a picture of me and our bottles. Bring out your bottle.
Lose the bottle.
My.
Lose the bottle. What do you want to do? Lose the bottle? Okay.
You got me.
We don't call girls on Twitchy girls anymore. They are now called iLadies.
iLadies? iLadies. That's a nice way to put it.
iLadies nuts on your face.
But personally, my mom used to hit me whenever I'd post like just a bikini picture, like a normal bikini picture, nothing out. She used to like I get in so much trouble. So
Do you think that was? Do you look at old now that you're older now? Do you think that was good or bad? Do you agree with your mom whooping your ass for that?
no, because there was genuinely nothing inappropriate. Like if I was just walking on the beach in a bikini, there's nothing different than me posting it on Instagram. They weren't inappropriate pictures, and I wish that I would have had the freedom to like express myself and post what I wanted.
Would you be okay with your daughter being a hoe?
I would judge her, but I feel like I would raise her in a way where she respects herself and she has morals and she doesn't choose to be that way.
But wouldn't it be fair to say that you have to put boundaries for them to actually be able to do that?
Of course, but
so wouldn't one of those boundaries be like you're not posting pictures of yourself like that on the internet?
Yes.
Unpopular opinion, and I've said this before, if a woman holds resentment against her parents just because they were trying to be good parents, that's a huge red flag. If she isn't willing to listen to people who took care of her for 18 years, what makes you think she's gonna listen to you?
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus?
How do guys fumble a baddie?
Not spending money. But you don't spend money, a baddie is definitely not sticking around. You gotta spend your bread.
How much I gotta spend on you?
First date?
Yeah.
Like 2,000.
Fuck out of it, she bugging. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. Keep it up, though.
Dad, what's your sign?
I don't identify with signs. I'm non-binary.
Respect.
Get me on a scale from 1 to 10, but first, take a good look.
I'm gonna say hard 4.
Damn! What? That's kind of low. What could be better?
Well, your foundation doesn't match your neck. You got fake tits. And your eyes are kind of spread far apart.
Yeah, boy.
How do you know they're fake?
Just by the whole overall body size, that does not match up.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question. Okay. Do you want to go on a date and get naughty together?
No, I'm good.
You don't want to? Not at all?
No, sorry.
Okay. Do you want to go on a date and get naughty?
I'll pass.
Okay.
What's the word, Captain? I think I caught you naked.
Can somebody tell me why when a guy goes through a breakup, the first thing he does is download Tinder?
Well, that's because most men don't have rosters or backup plans, so they like to wait until their relationship is fully over before they start pursuing somebody else.
I seen a statistic somewhere that said that 50% of women, including women in relationships and marriages, have a backup man in mind.
It's an evil world we live in.
Can I rate y'all?
Yeah.
You're not
Be
gonna...
fucking careful what you say, sir.
Why?
Because you're under 6 feet.
Ooh, feisty.
Okay.
Damn, that's crazy.
Okay, first, what will y'all rate yourselves, then I'll rate y'all.
Me?
What will you rate yourself?
Like on a 1 to 10?
Yeah.
In my head, I'm a fucking 10, but I don't know. Like, that's just how I see myself.
Like your head game?
No, just like in general. Like, why would you see yourself less than a 10? You know what I mean? Everyone should be a 10 in their own heads. 10, and if you rate me less, I'll deck you in the face right fucking now.
You?
Like 7.
7?
8.
Huh?
8.
8? Now, why do you call yourself an 8 and they call themselves 10s?
Because they're bad bitches.
Really? And how come you don't believe in that?
Just realistically, yeah.
I like both of these women.
What do you mean bro's built like a 1x1 Lego piece? What even is a 1x1 Lego piece? Yep, you're banned. Have a good night.
He cold. When a girl, instead of saying that you're attractive, she be like, oh, mad girls be trying to talk to you, huh? You got me.
Same thing with family court and divorce law and all that stuff. You know, as soon as you enter it, you see right away that the whole thing is stacked against us. I mean, my ex-wife was as easy on me as you could be. But nonetheless, I ended up paying a lot more child support than she really deserved. And
to a friend who has to pay alimony for the rest of his life. He was married for 12 years. He still has to pay his ex-wife. He didn't even have kids with this woman.
They have when there's kids involved.
Right.
Forget
but
about it.
That's a very sexist law, by the way, because that law is implying that this woman is incapable of making it on her own. You shouldn't be financially obligated to take care of someone for the rest of their life just because you were married at one point in time.
Look, I respect a woman who has kids, and I do believe they deserve some payout, especially if they had to sacrifice their career to do it. But half of everything and then consistent payments for the rest of your life, even if you have another boyfriend, is crazy. If you want some alimony, you need to be willing to give up some alacoochie. Listen to Bill Maher's take on alimony.
Is usually the man still who probably has the more money and is paying the woman.
Yes.
It's very anachronistic to how we have come to think about women as equal and strong and able to do everything we can do. But when it comes to this, it's like, we got to take care of them.
Well,
they're very dependent.
I think it's a scam that's set up because the men in general are in control of the finances or make more money, and they can extract more money from them that way.
I don't see a lot of people turning it down.
Yeah, I mean that's why the system I think is set up the way it's set up. It's dark, man. I mean, the only time it's happened the other way that I know of is Tom Arnold. Arnold got away clean.
Sure, yes, it does. It does happen the other way.
He's won for the males.
Right.
We got one on the board.
Although they say 40% of women are breadwinners in their households, a whopping 97% of alimony is paid from man to woman.
You don't find that suspicious?
So you said in your pre-interview that sex is the single most important thing in the marriage. And if there is no sex, then why even get married, right? But then we have the vows, sickness, and in health. So how do you explain that?
I explain that because let's keep it 100. Guys ain't complaining about women, their wives that are not having sex when they're unhealthy. All right? Okay. We're talking about healthy sex. We're talking about, I don't feel like it tonight sex. We're talking about like, oh, we've been missing, we only did it once this month sex. No, but that's what we're talking. That's really what we're talking about. And so the idea of it is that you guys or women sometimes may think it's an additive or added bonus. I'm telling you, it's a basic essential. And if you don't believe it, then outsource it.
Oh my God.
Is that not fair?
God. Okay,
is that not fair?
Outsource it.
The reason why so many marriages are failing is because we have no sense of duty, and we're telling people they only have to do their marital duties when they feel like it. And almost anything you only do when you feel like it is bound to fail. If you know you're supposed to take your wife or girlfriend on 2 dates a month and she made you upset, do it anyway. That's your duty. If you know you're supposed to sleep with your husband 2 times a week but you don't feel like it, do it anyway. That's your duty. Imagine a world where men only pay bills when they felt like it. To me, the only difference between a relationship and a friendship is sexual intimacy. So if you in a sexless marriage, it's bound to fail. Y'all basically roommates, but you gotta pay all the bills.
I've never seen this in my 40 years in the business, ever. A male against a female? No.
So this is the first time everyone is seeing this.
It has to be an Opalaka.
Yeah, Opalaka.
At the Monster Brawl, where you get to see something so far-fetched that it's like, I can't believe I'm watching this.
Exactly.
Because it's really awesome.
60K. You only see it on 60K.
She's doing very good though.
Yeah, she is. She's holding her own.
I kind of helped her out a little bit. I told her when you back him up into the ropes, keep him there. Don't back out because once you back out, he uses reach.
Yeah!
Oh my God!
Advice.
Oh wait a minute! She took
my advice.
She
took her advice. Let's go!
Oh! She's an animal.
She's an absolute pit bull.
Wow, she is a pit bull.
Wow, she took your advice and she used
bull.
it. She used it.
Oh my God, this is the fight.
This is it.
This could be the fight of the night.
This could be it. She's
totally
getting her
unexpected.
energy back. Energy back. She's gonna do the same thing.
Totally unexpected.
We can expect another run here.
She's explosive.
She's got the power. Very
explosive.
Very explosive
Wow.
fighter.
Once she smells that he's going back into the ropes, she's all over it.
Oh my God.
He's got the right name.
I like it.
Moving her head.
Santiago's more like a snake. He reminds me. He's like, he's moving around.
No, he's good. Every time he goes to her body, she comes back to the head.
Yep.
She's trying to discourage those body shots. He's a great body puncher too. You can see it. Look at it. See? Oh, he's trying to razzle and dazzle her. She looks like looks like the pit bull's taking a breather.
Yep. She's breathing.
Yeah, she's keeping her distance. She's keeping her distance. She's not going after him.
I feel like she's gonna come.
But
back
I got
for
a
one
feeling.
more,
Yes,
yeah.
I got a
When
feeling.
I hear that 10 seconds bell, I think she's gonna come.
I
in.
think she's one of the guys. There, she's back on him.
Yep.
She's back on him.
Push her in.
Good.
Push him in.
Good.
Good. We like it. Good fight.
Hey,
This is
she's
a great
definitely
fight.
showing her heart.
Oh.
Wow. Doing good.
Great fight so far.
Yeah. This
Just jabbing.
this is
Santiago's jabbing.
Definitely a candidate for fight of the night. At least the first round was.
Yeah.
Right now, it looks like
Right now,
they're slowing down a little bit.
Slowing down. They're tired.
Yeah,
They're both a little
sometimes when
tired.
they're tired, they think a little bit more and they don't waste any shots. Look at her.
She keeps going though. She keeps going.
Oh,
good
wow,
shot.
wow. Very nice.
Very nice round.
Very nice.
Very active. Very good. Great conditioning.
A little slower, and the round slowed down a little bit.
But to start that off, that was
But
fantastic.
the start off was explosive. They really had their moments in there. And halfway through the round, what they did was basically, sometimes when you're running a little bit low on gas, you think a little bit more.
Yep.
You don't take any chances, and you're better at timing. So that's what happened. But still, they were
fight.
back and forth.
Yeah, back and forth.
And
You wouldn't expect
she ended
this.
that round intelligently.
Exactly.
I mean, it's probably a good thing, but it doesn't look like he was trying at all. It's really a lose-lose situation for him because if he loses, he just got beat by a girl, and if he wins, he just beat a girl up. I guess you could say her form was decent, but she got tired after the first 7 seconds.
How much money would it take for you to cheat on him?
A lot.
A lot? How much money would it take for you to cheat on her?
Nah, there's no money.
There we have it, folks. This is a solid couple. How much is a lot?
Like above 10 grand.
Above 10 grand? I mean, yeah, she could buy you some pretty nice things with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean 10 grand. I was gonna say like a mil, but I mean,
No. Alrighty.
but yeah, I hope this proves that men are kings. And but I love my girlfriend.
She's also a queen,
She's a queen.
okay?
Yeah.
These
We're
are
very
kings
happy
and queens here. All right.
He sound like he too scared to speak his mind. Women are always gonna defend other women. She just told her boyfriend that she'll sleep with another man for 10 grand. That's not even a lot of money. If you could be bought for 10 grand, you're not really a queen. You're like a Ford Focus.
Hoes want to be wives, and wives want to be hoes. Game is game.
How old are you?
18.
And how old do people think you are?
26.
Why?
How big my melons are.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers.
Have you ever lied about your age?
Yeah, a few times.
Why?
To get older guys.
What'd you do with them older guys?
That happens behind closed doors.
Do you use them for money?
Yeah, some of them don't fall for it though.
How old do you think they are? 40. Why?
Look at the dress, bros. Granny dress.
How old are you?
21.
How old do people think you are?
27.
What if I told you she's actually 18?
I said, I'm taking anyways.
Do you not find her attractive?
I wouldn't rate.
Why?
Because I love my girlfriend and that's the only person I would look at.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
You loyal.
What's my favorite cheat day meal?
Fried chicken.
No.
Chicken fried steak.
No.
And mashed potatoes.
Mexican food.
Oh.
Especially the Tex-Mex.
Interesting. He need to learn how to abracadabra his way into some coochie.
I don't agree with the part about me being horny all hours of the day. Few hours in the day, yes, but not all hours of the day.
They told me I have to start the pee now.
That's probably a good thing. You won't miss.
I said not lift anything heavy.
He's a meat stretcher. He'll stretch your meat.
Can't say that I have been on any best dates. They've all been good, but like
Nothing like extravagant. Like
yeah, nothing to make me brag about.
So what's the top date?
Like I mean, I've been to Maldives. That was like
I don't know what that is. I'm from the hood. It's expensive. Expensive as hell.
Yeah. We had a water village.
That was an okay date.
No, it was.
Why
cool.
wasn't
But were
it?
you into the person? Yeah.
You went to Maldives?
Uh-huh.
On a date?
So where is it? Is it here? Is it in
No, that's not nowhere near here. That's like in Europe.
She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
People need to learn the laws of other countries before they travel. You can't take your American privilege with you. She's been in jail for months because she thought she could behave like a feminist in a country where you're not even allowed to share a hotel room if you're not married. Do I think that months in jail for a little argument is a bit much? Yes, but I'm American and that's why I stay my black ass in America. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or a L and give me the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.